Start in a comfortable seated position. Hands can be on your knees or in your lap, whatever feels best for you. Close down your eyes if that feels okay. Let's take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just letting go of anything that might have happened leading up to this point in your day. Letting any thoughts come and go without following them. Take one more deep breath in and exhale out. And start to gently roll your neck in a circle, either clockwise or counterclockwise. We'll go in both directions, so it doesn't matter where you start. And just bringing your ear towards your shoulder as you come over to the side. Taking the time to really feel your neck, feel that stretch in every position as you go around. And then switch, go in the opposite direction. Same thing, bring your ear towards your shoulder as you get over there, but really taking the time to feel the stretch in every position as you go around. The next time you come back to center, you can stop there. Inhale both of your arms up. On your exhale, twist to the right. Your left hand can either go on your knee, it can just go in front of you, it can go farther, whatever you feel warmed up for. The important thing to remember is that we're not pushing, we're not torquing, we're not trying to look over our back shoulder. If that happens, great. If not, the goal here is just to get a stretch in your spine, a stretch in your back, and a gentle one at that. We're not pushing it. And inhale back to center. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Same thing, and with this hand, wherever feels right. But just notice that maybe one side feels tighter than the other. Maybe one side it's a little bit easier to twist than the other. Just again, being mindful that we're not pushing it. It's just a gentle warm up, a gentle stretch. And inhale back to center. This time on your exhale, right hand to the ground, left hand up and over. So the important thing here is don't go so far that this hip starts to lift. So keep that hip planted and stretch from there. It might be that you're going here. You might be able to go farther. I'm not going farther than this. I'm just going to where I feel the stretch and then stopping. Inhale back to center, exhale over to the other side. Same thing, this side might feel better, it might feel worse, it might feel more flexible. Just notice where your body's at. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward here. And just stretch your hands forward. So that might look like this. It might look even farther. You might be bringing your forehead to the ground. You might just be kind of stretching a little bit here. Wherever you're at is fantastic. Continue breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And slowly, wherever you're at, walk your hands back up towards your legs. And now we're going to move into a tabletop position. So hands and knees about hip distance apart, in line with your wrists. If you can, imagine lining up your shoulder with your wrists and your knees under your hips. It can be hard to do if you don't have a mirror. So just do your best. On your inhale, lift your head up, let your belly drop. Tailbone rises towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin around your back. Inhale up. Exhale back. And just do a few more of these at your own pace. If you want to add in any twists or movements, maybe coming back towards your heels, stretching forward, add in whatever you want to do here. Just stay with your inhale, coming up to cow. Exhale, rounding your back to cat. Come back to center here. Plant your right hand. Plant your left knee. Inhale, lift your left arm towards the front of the room, right leg towards the back. So imagine you're pressing your heel against the back of the room. Hold here, and you don't want to lift it so high that your back starts to curve. So go err on the side of lower if you're not sure. Then exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, stretch your body out. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, stretch. Let's do one more. Tuck, stretch. Bring down your hand, bring down your knee. Shake it out a little bit. Plant your left hand, your right knee. Inhale, lift. Again, stretching towards the front and the back as if you're going to stamp your foot behind you. Hold it here. If you feel a little bit of pressure in your wrist in either of these, just lean back a smidge. And then exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch it out. Bring down your hand, bring down your knee. Take a couple cat-cows here. And take your, move your hands up a little bit. Curl your toes, lift your hips, press back in the downward facing dog. And if you'll notice here, there's kind of a funky shape here in my shoulder to my back. But my legs are straight, and that's what we think is important for downward facing dog, that our legs are straight. If you can get your legs straight, that's awesome. But what's even more important, in my opinion, is getting a straight line from your wrist to your shoulders to your hips. Because doing this over and over again is going to put a lot of stress on my shoulders and could lead to injury. So what I'm going to do is bend my knees so that I can lift my hips. I can press back into it. And that way I can get that straight line from my wrist to my shoulders to my hips. I'm still getting the stretch. I can still pedal out my feet. I can still get the stretch in my legs. But I'm doing it in a safer and more easily accessible way. So hopefully you find that helpful too. Now slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. You might have to move them to your shins or your thighs, or maybe you can keep them touching the ground. Inhale, straighten your back, bring your hands to your thighs or your shins if they're not already there. Exhale down. Inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale your hands down. Release your hands to the side. And stay here in mountain pose as long as you'd like.